Anyway, I do want to rerun this story of Brett McAlpin's Model T school bus and the attempt to resurrect it. I figured there would be more chapters to this story, and there will be. But so you know what's going on when we get to them, here's the first installment of the Model T school bus. This quest started back in the winter. It was a pleasant day somewhere out east of McGee. Now, to me, the old school bus with the homemade wooden bus body on a stock Model T frame was just this side of a bucket of rust. But Brett McAlpin saw a family tie back to his grandmother, and one of his high school teachers, Kirk Hill, saw a challenge.
When my grandmother was a kid, in which you don't really ever think of your grandparents as being children, this actually took her to school. And, just kind of ties the family history together, and just it's an active part of history. We can keep going.
Well, keep it going if they ever get it going. And that's where Kirk Hill comes in. Kirk's hobby and creative passion for years has been old cars, particularly Model Ts. And Kirk says Model Ts are fairly easy to work on. If you can fix a lawnmower, you most likely have success with a Model T. But a Model T that hasn't run in decades?
Or it was parked here in the 30s and hasn't moved since.
Well, if you're ever to be successful, you have to take a stab at it.
When I first saw it, I thought I would just get it and put it in the barn and keep it as just a static piece of history, if you will. We did some looking into the engine, and sure enough, it's got compression. And now that he's come along, I think it's very likely we're going to get it to run.
Well, after an in-the-field valve job and cleaning rat's nest out of cylinder heads and an appropriate amount of WD-40, and some of Kirk's expertise coaxing a dead piece of machinery back to life, guess what? Well, it runs, but it's far from being ready for the road. We'll get to that, though. I'm convinced we'll have more stories coming from the ancient school bus saga. Yeah, I said we'd have more stories about the Model T school bus, and coming up this Friday at 6 on 12 News, the bus moves. You'll have to see what that means. But anyway, there's good news, and there's not so much good news about that. But tune in Friday. We'll show you what we're talking about.